You know what I really love while I'm watching a new movie or a new TV show? I just love it when the screen cuts away out of nowhere, just yanks me out of the experience, shows me a picture of some smarmy bastard with a sexy wife driving the new Range Rover. And thanks to Netflix, this is exactly what I'm going to get going forward as of November. Yep, there have been plans in the works for a while, but Netflix has announced now its new ads subscription program. As of early November, you are going to have the option to pay a lower subscription fee to Netflix in exchange for ads. How intrusive they are remains to be seen, although we'll go over that shortly when we look at Netflix's actual statement on the matter. But first, let's just jump into this BBC article. Netflix's ad-supported service to launch in November. Netflix is launching a new streaming option with adverts in November, introducing a less expensive offering as it fights to keep viewers. The plan will be available in 12 countries, including the UK, that's me, the US, Canada, Mexico, and Australia. The firm said it would charge $4.99 a month, that's pounds, for the service in the UK, while it will cost $6.99 in the US. Netflix has been losing customers as competition and cost of living pressures mount. Give you the TLDR on that if you're not all already aware, but most people are. Yep, Netflix was the king of the hill when it came out. It was pretty much the first big streaming service. However, competition from other streaming services has squeezed it considerably. I know it's been hemorrhaging subscribers this year, and so Netflix has now decided it needs to get more from its now lower subscriber base by adding ads packages in there. The company lost more than 1 million subscribers in the first half of this year, due to providing a figure to investors next week. I'm assuming it's got its, maybe its AGM. Price for every fan. Oh, that's a tidy bit of marketing. Netflix's move in advertising is a big change for the company, which pioneered the idea of subscription-based streaming. Yeah, of course, you know, the idea that if you don't want to see ads, you just pay the money up front. You say, here's the subscription fee, don't give me ads. But now it's decided it wants its cake and eat it too, maybe, by both asking for a subscription fee and giving ads, because it's realised that people are just opting out of the subscription model. People have just decided to unsubscribe. And yeah, I'm sure ads are going to be the answer to that. But as more entertainment companies roll out online streaming platforms, it has a harder time retaining subscribers, especially as households concerned about the rise of cost of living and ways to cut back. We're confident that we now have a price plan for every fan, the company says. While it's still in the very early days, we're pleased with the interest from both consumers and the advertising community and couldn't be more excited about what's ahead. Pleased with the interest from consumers. I don't know who they've asked. I don't know a living, breathing human being who would want or get excited about the prospect of being exposed to more ads. I mean, they are pretty much viewed as just a necessary evil when consuming things these days. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants them. Nobody sits around and gets all hepped up about the idea of watching an ad. But anyway, subscribers to the new offering should expect to see an average of 4 to 5 minutes of adverts per hour, the company said. Now, when I see this, I just think this is the first step down a pretty slippy road, just to having more and more ads until before long you're being saturated with them every 15 minutes. That is the direction I think we're heading. Just look at what happened to Twitch. I mean, recently with its changes to its partner program, you can't go on Twitch and stream up these days without being barraged by just sometimes up to, 8 and above ads just to get into a new stream. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't believe this figure is going to be representative for very long. If it is representative at the start, companies just have a tendency to want to make more money, and if they stretch this up to 6-7 minutes, well, that's more money than 4 and 5 minutes. So that would be my guess. That's the cynic in me talking. I don't think it's going to stay at 4 or 5 minutes. I know that they reckon Sky Atlantic and channels such as that have an average of about 9 to 10 minutes an hour of ads. But I'm skeptical about that, because you watch Sky Atlantic and sometimes it feels like it's 20 minutes an hour. There are 4 ad breaks and they're all 5 minutes, so I don't know where this is coming from. Some films and TV series will not be available due to licensing restrictions. Great. Something tells me they're going to be on the popular end. No one's pulling licensing for things that people don't watch. So not only are you going to pay a subscription still, get hit with ads, and now not be able to see some of your favourite shows probably. But there we go. The company said that it planned to expand the offer into more countries over time. It's all right, it's a bit of a nothing statement. Good for them. Many of Netflix's competitors already combine streaming with adverts or have plans to. Yes, it's almost like there's some sort of cartel going. They're all making the move at the same time. They all say, hey, if we all start running ads, no one can run to an adless place. Funny that. Disney, for example, is due to roll out an advert-supported service in December in the US, and it'll start at $7.99 a month. Jeremy Gorman, Netflix's president of worldwide advertising, said it had nearly sold out all of the available ad time for the launch. All right. I don't know why that comes as fantastic news. I mean, yeah, great news to advertisers, but not great news to people, really. A sign of interest from advertisers in reaching younger audiences that are increasingly turning away from traditional television. Yeah, because traditional television is so laden with ads. You literally can't go a minute sometimes on regular television. Like, you literally watch 10 minutes of regular television and then you get slapped with like 6 or 7 minutes of ads. Young people just don't have this level of tolerance for ads. And so obviously the way to capitalize on this shift in interest is to go to where they are and ruin what makes it unique. Yep, perfect. Netflix is asking people who sign up for the ad service for gender and birth date information as part of efforts to target ads. One of the most interesting lines for this is the comment about Netflix's competitors, I think. Yeah. I know a lot of people say this is where the streaming service industry is heading, but I could definitely see in the not too distant future some streaming services banding together and selling you a package, an access package, strangely reminiscent of Sky or cable, as you might call it in the US. Yep, I think that is where we're heading here, because there are so many streaming services now that they're now going to be all blasted with ads and still ask for a subscription service. There's now little to no difference between them and in television channels, just your standard run-of-the-mill television channels. So what made Netflix unique does feel like it's going to be slipping away soon. And people obviously agree because they're turning away. It's losing subscribers for the first time ever, I believe. But let's go and have a look at Netflix's statement. Let's get the info from the horse's mouth here. So this came out on the 13th. We're excited to launch Basics with ads, Netflix's lower price ad-supported plan in November. Unmissable entertainment, blah, blah, blah. Yep, will cost $6.99 a month. Available in 12 countries. It'll run in all of these countries. The UK, that's the one for me. As the BBC article already said, it's going to be $4.99. Plan for every fan. Yep, lovely bit of marketing there. That really gets me on board. Basic with ads offers all the features people expect from Netflix's basic plan with a few differences. What stays the same? They're still streaming stuff, yeah. That's to be expected. Video quality is going up. Yeah, average of 45 minutes per hour. Again, not so sure about that. I don't think it's going to stay like that for long. I mean, Twitch didn't. No service has gone the other way with the amount of ads that it shows. It always goes up, never down. It's almost like causing you to part with your hard-earned money is what makes the world go round. Yeah. A limited number of movies and TV shows won't be available due to licensing restrictions. So probably the best ones again. Like I said, you would only really revoke a licensing. You would only really seek to get out of a licensing agreement if it was worth it. I mean, if this, Netflix's graveyard catalog probably doesn't have too many people in there worried about what they're doing with the licensing. Just skipping all the way down. Ad format. Ads at launch will be 15 or 30 seconds in length and will play before and during shows and films. Now, this is worrying for me because, all right, if you're watching some back page movie channel, you're watching Die Hard at Christmas for like the 20th time in a row or whatever. Yeah, all right, film 4 cuts to an ad in the middle and you don't really care. But if you're watching a new show or a new movie, that first time experience is quite important. And I mean, the ads, like, Could you imagine going to the cinema and then, halfway through the movie, halfway through the cinematic experience that the directors and all the actors are trying to create for you, you just get jarred out to get told about, Vodafone's new price plan, and you just be like, I struggle to see creative types, the people who actually make the shows that we're going to be interested in, being too enthusiastic about the idea of some ad coming along and interrupting, the emotionally hitting parts of their shows or their movies. I don't get it. I can't see how new content's going to have stuff played during it. Seems bizarre. The only way to implement this, like I said, I think would be to just put it on things that are old, that most people aren't going to be watching for the first time, because a first time watching experience, just being enthralled in the dialogue, you're getting involved, and then all of a sudden you just get hit with like 4 minutes of ads. Can't see it working at all. Advertiser controls. To help advertisers reach the audience, to reach the right audience, they're often targeting capabilities. No shock there at all that the ads are going to be targeted. I actually prefer targeted ads. I don't like the fact that my data has to be stolen for it, but if I do have to see an ad, I'd rather see an ad about something I care about. Verification tools, not interested in that. And audience measurement. So audience measurement, a tool for advertisers, basically. Unless I've missed it somewhere in this press release, they don't even say if they're going to be skippable, so that's something to watch out for. I mean, yeah, an ad that's 15 or 30 seconds in length wouldn't be so bad if you could skip them, kind of like you can on YouTube, but something tells me that they're not going to be skippable. And yeah, remains to be seen what happens with Netflix's subscription numbers. Let me know what you feel about this, or how you feel about this, in the comments below. Does it seem like a good package? Do you think that it's worth the reduction in price just to get hit with ads? Because to me, it feels like they're just pushing the door open slightly, and then before you know it, the prices will move. We've already seen Netflix's prices move. Ad times will move as well, and it'll get to the point where this will basically just be the same like a TV channel, just have as many ads on it as you would find on Sky. But alright, thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know in the comments below. I am eager to hear what people think about this.